Good, good, good.
Good.
So we're live. Hello, everyone. Ross, can I kindly ask you to mute the mic, please?
Yep.
Good. Can you hear me well? Good. Hello, everyone. So my name is Jinjay from STO of Stobox, and we're here with the live stream about the recent developments and activities in respect to Stobox company, Stobox Group. And we would like to, first of all, to say that we have recently issued a report, and we will cover all the topics that I mentioned in the report, starting with the main one. But before we proceed, I would like to mention that we're here with Ross and Igor. Ross is Chief Operating Officer at Stobox, and Igor is the CEO of Stobox Exchange.
And before we proceed, let's wait for a couple of seconds for the community members.
Yes, we will, but I also think that its live will be saved on the YouTube channel, so people who have missed something can come back and watch it again.
I guess you're right.
Naomi, hi.
Hi, Naomi. So I guess people are watching, and we're live. So before we dive into the activities of Stobox, I would like to point out the recent developments was going on in Ukraine. We all are, some of us are from Ukraine, and from the big Stobox team, who are 70 plus people, 40 are from Ukraine. And since the February 24, Russia has invaded Ukraine with military actions from the central and eastern part of our country. Today is 17th day of war, and I'm not sure if you guys following the news, but please do. It's very important. Is something that's happening in the center of Europe, something that brings war and destruction to our families, something that kills people in the center, in the heart of Europe. And this is something that cannot happen in 21st century in civilized world. Obviously, and I know there's a lot of people asking about how it's influenced Stobox and what are the updates and how we react. I have and we have explained everything in our recent report, which was just published recently. So there will be much more information on in respect to that there. But let me clarify the following. From 42 people that are in Ukraine, were mainly on the eastern part of Ukraine and the central part of Ukraine. Those people actually most of them lost their homes and had to relocate to the western part. When I say about they lost their homes, I mean literally lost their homes. People from Kharkiv, from the suburbs of Kiev, from the Mariupol, from every city, every small village that is close to the border of Russia has been somehow bombed, influenced by the military troops, which of course find very difficult to go, to the center of Ukraine, because Ukraine is a great fighter, and we protect our home, and the army of Ukraine does really well to protect the country. But at the same time, the amount of refugees, and we're talking about 2.5 million of refugees at the moment, flooding Moldova, flooding Poland, flooding Romania. Mainly it's women and kids. Russia started a war against humanity. So I'm sure that the consequences will follow up. But as of today, most of Stobox team has moved to the safer part of Ukraine, to the Western Ukraine. Please note that men aged 18 to 60 cannot leave the country. So they are basically within the Ukraine, and most of our team is now safe on the western part of Ukraine. I would like also to add that the senior management, if I may say, that Ross, Boris, myself, Igor, we've been outside the country before the war started. We haven't been living in the country, and that's why we can say in a bit better position, but actually it's not, because all our families and all our team members are there, and we have to support them. So that's what we do. Obviously, the war brings certain impact not only to our homes but to our activities, and I will now go with the step by step to what's going on with the Stobox activities. And I've also mentioned that Stobox is supporting Unchained Fund. It's one of the funds that help humanitarian activity with humanitarian aid. It's a crypto fund. It's a charity project created by blockchain activists. We're part of that team as well. But regardless, if you want to support, please do it any way possible, because people do need support, and we know that. So in this, and again, please follow the news. Please follow the real news, and understand that that's a war inside the center of Europe, and Russian fascists are basically doing war against crime against humanity. So as we move down, that's something that we can't influence or change. We can only adopt, and we do best to adopt to that dramatic consequences and dramatic happenings, what's going on with us. So again, most of our team is safe, is relocated. As of today, in respect to tokenization, and today we will speak about main 4 things, the same way we've described in the report. We're going to speak about tokenization, STO. We will speak about the crypto exchange and the STBU. I know there was a lot of questions, and we feel that, and we will comment on that as well. Obviously, we will speak about the marketing and other business activities that are going on, and the project they have initiated, Progress Chain DAO. We'll talk about this and mention something about that as well. Before we proceed to the tokenization, I ask gentlemen if they want to add something. Ross has his family now in the suburbs of Kyiv, being stuck in the war. Guys, if you have any questions, any comments, Igor, Ross, please do.
I just want to add that everyone could leave a message in our YouTube channel. I see Peace is cool. Naomi, you are here. Hello, everyone. Thank you for watching us. Don't hesitate, ask any questions. We'll try to answer all of them. We also have some questions from last month. And by the end of this stream, we will answer on all of them. And also, when we will talking about our report in some news about this, I guess that most of questions you will have an answer already. So I guess we could continue. Maybe Ross want to add something.
Yep. Hello, guys. Yes, Jim mentioned the terrible situation currently in Ukraine. I hope it will end sometime, because it is not a matter of days. I think it is a matter of months. Yeah, situation is really terrible, as Jim mentioned. A part of our team are located in Ukraine, and we moved the most of our employees to the west of Ukraine to be in more safety place. But my whole family stuck in Kiev under the massive fire, and it is crazy. There are no words to explain what it is. It is a war. Yep, and we prepared a report about our different activities with our directions, and we're happy to share it with you. And we already shared in our social media, and happy to explain more in this live stream. And I want to mention that the most of questions we will cover today that we get from the community from the last time. So Jean, it will be great if you can move forward.
Just one thing. I want to add that if you could help, we have Unchained DAO, it's our partners. This fund really help us and our people from families, our volunteers. So this is just, if you will have a time or if you will have some kindness to help, please send these funds to Unchained DAO. This fund really help all community members, all community, from all crypto community, volunteers, firms, traditional funds. Everything is transparent. We have two chats. If you are speaking on Russian, we have Russian chat. If you are speaking on English, we have a different chat for English chat. If someone watching us from Ukraine and you need help, you could leave a form with some funds which you need to do something, and this fund will help.
Yeah, there's a lot of activity at the moment going in respect to support, humanitarian support, and there's a lot of funds. So please make sure that you do double due diligence on any funds, because of course there may be some scams. So they're governmental funds, they're Unchained DAO. So you can, if you have a desire to do so, please do. We're also supporting our members, supporting our families, supporting people of Ukraine and Ukraine itself and its independence. So anyway, let's make a big comma here and move to the business side. Again, I've mentioned 4 subjects that we're going to speak about, and the first subject to speak about is tokenization. And in this respect, we would like to say that we love our clients. Regardless the situation, all of our clients have supported us. We have 0 drop-offs. Everything, all commits that have been done by Stobox client have been fulfilled. At the same time, I'm happy to announce that every delivery that was supposed to be made by Stobox team was made in time. We had 0 problems in this respect. I would like to say that as of today, 4 tokenization projects of private companies are live. And in the report, you can find more information on them. One of them is Mariana Mining, a company that does crypto mining operations. And they've recently went to the security token offering. They just started. They're good guys. You can look at the report, press on the image, and be redirected to that dashboard. All of these 4 clients are turnkey clients with Stobox. Sorry, we started by providing them a general information what a tokenization is, and now all of these 4 companies are successfully raising. They just started. It's not, their raise is not finalized yet. Unlike with digital assets, securities of private companies may take a bit longer to fundraise, but we know these projects, they're very solid, and of course we've done due diligence on them as we were preparing most of the documentation and spoke with those people. They're real companies. So if you have any questions, please refer to them. They're full clients of STO, of Stobox. The second client is a company called Willows. It's a UK-based company that does real estate. There's something that would definitely attract your attention because of most of you are coming from the crypto origin. The company called Landshare, even though their hard cap is quite small, we're talking about the first building, which costs $170,000. This building is being tokenized and the revenue shares are being distributed on the Binance Smart Chain. Again, this project was fully guided by Stobox team, and it's live at the moment. The last or the final one in this list is a company called Farmland Assets. Their hard cap is to be announced, but you can go also have a look at the investment proposals. And again, these are 4 projects live, apart from our own STO, which now we focus on. But I will mention it a bit later in respect of what we do to push our rounds of STO. But these are the first 4. And I would like to add that we have more than 20 clients in the pipeline. Usually an STO process may take from 3 to 6 months. And sometimes it depends upon the readiness of the client itself. So all these 20 clients kind of distributed on the roadmap. And again, as of today, and I hope and I'm sure that will be the case, and that is the case, we are not letting our clients down. We're supporting, we're delivering, and our software and our consultancy works perfectly, even in such difficult times as Ukraine struggles through. Another thing that also very important to mention is that we have made a decision to include Stobox token into the dashboard. I know it wasn't in the plan initially, but because of the let's say drawbacks and because of the problems that we're facing with the crypto direction, we've made a decision to create an extra native demand for STBU. I know how you feel, guys, having invested in STBU. I want to assure you that's a temporary thing. We're here. We're not getting anyone down. We're absolutely sure that in the long run we will recover fully, and we do everything we can to make that happen. Again, unfortunately, we're facing what we're facing, and we have to struggle through that and cope through that. But again, it's just a difficulty, but not the long-term problem. Again, Stobox token will be used in the dashboard. Another very important aspect I would like to cover is that if you follow Stobox for some time, you remember that we said that once our clients be ready for the secondary, we will launch the secondary. So that's exactly what we're working now. It's called a digital security swap. That's a basic V2 swap, but with certain twists. And when I say twists, I say this set of alterations which make it possible to work in digital securities. So unlike Uniswap or like Pancake, this is a similar AMM structure, but the commission structure is different and the monetization is different in order to fit the existing framework of securities, which is a bit different from regular traditional digital assets. And again, we've covered the legal part, and now we're at the final stage of development and implementation. I believe in Q2, in early Q2, we will launch DS Swap, both for digital securities and for traditional crypto. So you'll be able to create pools, secondary markets for traditional crypto, as well as security tokens. And The last but not the least is 4 of our existing clients, the ones I've mentioned, they have signed onto secondary trading with Stobox. So Stobox swap, Stobox DEX for securities will be starting with 4 coins, 4 security tokens to be secondary traded, and that's they get something which we're doing for the first time. We don't have in the world, we don't have much of the practice of swapping securities. We know that several companies already do so in the United States, but it's a very marginal market as of today, and we know how to grow it. We know what to do, and we implement Stobox token inside the swap to give, to recover the price, just to keep it simple, to recover the price and to make sure that our investors and Stobox utility token, has its utility, and if it's not in the exchange, it will be in the DEX for security tokens. Just to sum up, there are certain key points I would like to also include in that in the tokenization part of my speech. The key points are the following. I will read if I may. So first of all, we are waiting for the service provider license with DMCC regulator in Dubai. DMCC, if I remember, it's a digital commodity trading. So that's a regulator in Dubai that actually gives the DLT licenses, distributed ledger technology, which enables us to provide our solutions on the local market without being a foreigners, but being local, which is very important for us. That's the first step towards the regulator and regulated finance in Dubai. We have a set of clients, and again, I just want to let you know that Stobox is not a project. It's a full cycle, full machine company with a medium, short-term, and long-term plans. And regardless of what's going on at the moment, we will perform. And I want to assure you, nothing will happen to us in the long run. We're here, we were here, and we will be here. So it's very important for us to be in touch with the regulator and provide our technology in the compliance with the Dubai and the UAE regulations. The second key point is we've successfully released another version of the dashboard itself. I see Igor smiling. Can you hear me fine? Great. That's an updated version. We have included the multi-chain capabilities. We've included atomic swap for security tokens, which would be different. I know that there's some clients been asking for support of the driving license. It's not a big issue, but again, when we're talking about certain constraints around the usual habitat, every delivery is worth mentioning. Again, the last but not the least, there were a lot of UI improvements, and we're moving on dashboard to the next step by adding new features and new functionality, especially those wanted and demanded by our clients, existing clients or future clients. So we have that big roadmap in our pipeline, and the DS dashboard is something that we definitely have the great focus on. A third point I would like to mention is that, again, we're here in Dubai since the October of last year. And since then, we've met a lot of people. Since then, we've made a lot of connections, and sometimes it's very difficult to, to kind of justify or to create a certain environment where these connections can evolve. And to maximize our efforts, we've decided to create a series of special events that would be devoted to tokenization and security tokens. So we will hold a specialized event dedicated to tokenized assets. This topic is very much of an interest to the local regulators, to the local providers, to the local real estate companies. So we're creating kind of a meetup environment where we can share our expertise. We can gain clients. We can speak to the partners. We can cooperate with the regulators and auditors in order to provide the stable environment for the development of our business. And the last one, as already mentioned, we are embedding Stobox token STBU into the dashboard and DS swap to make sure that the utility of this token is available not only on the crypto direction, which we will speak now, but also on the tokenization and the security side. So that's everything I wanted to say about the tokenization part, the STO. Again, just to mention that we are now working on our round day. Again, we're just on round day, guys. very early, still very early step for our company. Before all our activities have been bootstrapped and financed from our own, let's say, money. We have additional from third-party investors. We have something around 30K of investors' money supporting Stobox Technologies Inc. Now we are working on a series of partnerships. We're not going to speak about them today, but I want to assure you that we will definitely close the round. We'll close the round at maybe even higher valuation that we now think of. Again, high is not always the better. And the roadmap for tokenization is quite straightforward, and we exactly know what we do. So if you have any questions in respect to tokenization, STO, yes, please.
One of them. DS swap will be available against for STBU only or for Progress too?
Look, guys, Ross, you want to answer the question, or let me answer? Let me answer. First of all, if you want to be if you want to take part in the activity, I kindly advise you to go through the white paper of the Progress. Why? Because it's not a regular chain. What we built is we introduce. We don't build yet. Of course, there's a lot of job which has already been done, but the Progress chain is the chain that would allow compliance on air. So whatever we do, and whatever tokens that we mint for our clients on the public chains like Ethereum, Binance Chain, or Polygon so far, or any EVM-based compatible chain, all of this will be offered to move to the Progress chain when it's live. All our products will support Progress chain, and Stobox is not only the founding member of the Progress chain now, but it's also one of the beneficiaries. Excuse me. If you look at the white paper, you will find the token distribution, and you will see that the 10% of allocated funds will be held by Stobox, and these tokens will never be sold. These tokens will also always be on the nodes of our clients. again, you can dive into the details of the white paper, and I will be happy to devote a special stream to cover the progress chain ideology. But what we have at the moment, we're just me and Ross after one of the meetings with a regulated fund in DIFC. It's a regulated trade zone in Dubai, and we've been pitching Progress Chain, and we already have a series of support by professional financial institutions to use Progress as their chain, as the medium, because you can apply regulations on the chain without substantial costs. And once we keep on presenting and keep on introducing our chain to regulated financial professionals, then we would start creating a DAO circle. I believe it will start with 10, 15 DAO members, and we talk about not just anonymous guys who kind of participate in the DAO, but we're talking about multi-million-dollar institutions, and some of them may be multi-billion-dollar institutions that would like to use Stobox technologies and their technologies on top of the Progress Chain DAO. And this is why it may take a bit longer than usual. But again, we're not just introducing a new blockchain for the public sector. We're using a blockchain for the financial use. That's a primarily. And of course, unregulated tokens can also be minted, like ERC or Peergrass 20 as a standard will also be present on the chain. It's not the main key, selling point of the network. The main is the DAO and the roles and permission management, the KYC and compliance on air, something that regulated finance always look and always be kind of boundaried along. So that's the answer to the question. Yes, all of our products will be supported by Progress DAO.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you. One more question, and let's move forward. Can you share the link where I can see the list of new added features of security dashboard?
Yes, sure. I can't do it at the moment, but I will send Igor, please.
Please, this link.
Yes, we will share what it's called. Basically, that's a report that was, what was done in the version 2.17.18, what's included, what was there. So kind of a project documentation. Yes, sure, we will share it with you guys if you have any. And again, don't just wait for that. You can go to any of our clients' dashboards, any of 5 Stobox and the other 4 that you see in the report. You can click, you can pass KYC, you can invest if you feel like it. We're not promoting third-party securities, even though they're our clients, but make your own due diligence, and we made. That's why they're our clients. But yes, we will share that report.
Thank you. Okay, I guess we could move.
Yep.
Ross would like.
Let me add some points. Yep, as Jim mentioned, as you know, guys, every week, every month, every quarter, we release the updates of our products that are live. For example, Stobox Exchange, for example, digital securities dashboards, and we share the report what is included in new version of our product. So please stay tuned, subscribe to our social media, and as usual, we releasing the update there, so you can check it out in a structured form. Also, let me add to the tokenization part that we discussed. Important point from the marketing perspective, that as Jim mentioned, our tokenization direction is growing, and Stobox going traction. We have currently already 5 clients live. It means with Stobox 4 plus 1 for clients, and one it is our own case, our own dashboard. And we going step by step and developing this direction. As well as Jin mentioned, that we are currently, me and Jin, located in Dubai, and we have a lot of meetings with potential clients, partners, chain participants, and we are thrilled to announce and to share that in 1 week we will participate as a Stobox in Sigma ABC Summit, and it is the biggest blockchain conference in the world that will hold in Dubai, and we will participate as an exhibitor with our clients as well, and we are happy to invite you. And if you will visit Dubai, we're happy to meet you there on our booth, as well as we are looking to present our new products, especially the Progress Chain. So it will be the great venue for us. As you remember, in 2019, we have already participated in Sigma, but in Malta, and there we won an Asset Tokenization of the Year award, and it was very great for Stobox, and it was great time there. So this time in Dubai, we will participate as well, and looking for new highs of our activities and of tokenization part of our business.
Thank you, Russ.
Please do remember that we have our separate social media about Stobox tokenization and Progress Chain DAO. Please follow them and follow the news from these channels. We also try to repost to Stobox Exchange this, but highly recommend you to follow up this on other social media channels.
I hope you can hear me fine. My earphone batteries are dying. Good.
Fine. Really fine.
They're dying faster than I am.
I will save you as an angel.
Okay, so now we move on to our crypto and exchange and the STO part. That's where we have most of our constraints. To cut the story short, we have made the decision to freeze the work on the exchange at the moment, and basically freeze the whole exchange. The reason is that we can no longer, because of most of the team members, not only ours, is the guys we've been outsourced from third-party providers who've been working on the project. They are in the, their team is not doing as good as we, and some of them, first of all, stayed in already occupied territories. 2 people of the team went to the what is called basically they joined the army, and as of today, we kind of as of Friday, we kind of stuck with inability to support the exchange operations. So for the time being, we decided to secure the funds and to close the exchange itself. So as of now, as of Friday, the exchange operations will be closed. All funds are stored with us with Fireblocks. We are and we will be working on the exchange with a different development team. That's exactly what we are focusing now. This team is not going to be in Ukraine. It will be outside the Ukraine. So we got that risk. Unfortunately, we can't do much about it. The people are unable to deliver the code. The people are unable to support us with the sufficiently secure management of the crypto funds. And we, as being responsible for that, we don't want anything to, we don't need any malicious actions. So again, all the funds are being stored. We will share a link. If you have the need to withdraw the fund, surely you will withdraw the fund, not directly from the interface, but from the form that we will share later today or maximum tomorrow morning. So you have that possibility. It's again, all the funds are with Fireblocks and being safely stored, but the operations, unfortunately, the operations has to be blocked. We can't support the security measures. It's a very sophisticated piece of software, and unfortunately, we do not want to take that risk. It's your money, it's our money, it's our, it's our responsibility, and we made that decision, even though we've worked on the project for 9 months, and it wasn't easy for us. You know that. First of all, one of our third-party dependency team, they let us down on this project. Now we're facing this force majeure war, collapse, and of course, in the short run, it affects STBU. It affects your guys' expectations. I perfectly understand that. I perfectly understand that. When you made investments in Stobox token, the idea is to earn, is to get revenue, is to get profits out from your investments. You never expected this token to drop as deeply as it dropped. But at the same time, I want to assure you that we do everything and will do anything. We're not leaving the boat. We're not leaving the board. We're not stopping anything. All our plans will be executed regardlessly. Stobox is for you to understand, Stobox, it is an integral part of the company. The exchange is integral part of the company, and we will utilize Stobox token as the commission on the exchange that we will deliver. It's just a matter of time. And again, please be patient. I know it's a bit difficult to say. I know that we've promised, and we never promised, but the expectations were a bit different. And I perfectly understand you guys. I perfectly understand our community. I understand if you lose the faith, but I just want to assure you that none of our team has lost the faith, and we never will. And it's my personal duty and the duty of our team to deliver and make all of our expectations fulfill. And that's the start. It wasn't an easy decision, but again, we have to act very rational, to save something that we already have, and that's the work that we've been doing for 9 months. And recently we had a sequence of unfortunate problems or causes. But again, that's the solution is here to come. I would like also to add the key points that are already in the report. We deliberately don't restore trading on Uniswap and Pancake because we have made a decision to, first of all, once we finalize our STO picture, we will definitely buy back with our own funds our token. I mean, it's a joke that it's being traded so little at a so little price. I mean, that's a hilarious. We can't do much about it at this moment. We've devoted a lot of our funds towards restoration of what we have. We devote our funds to the direction of tokenization because this is where our revenue comes from. We have to think not only, in project terms. We think about all our team terms, and every team member has its family, and for us is the biggest asset that we have. So we will, regardless of the short-term problems, we will be focusing on saving the team, on saving the operations that bring us revenue, on tokenization part, And once we do better with that, and once we perform, we definitely as Stobox, and that's unofficial, we will use our own funds to buy back the token, regardless of its price. That's I can't tell you when it's going to be. I hope it will be. It will be in Q2. I may say it will be in Q2. So don't sell tokens at pennies. Stay strong, and we're here. Just to summarize another set of points, all operations on Stobox Exchange have been paused for indefinite period. Why it's indefinite? Because we can't say exact date, and trust me, I want to do it as quickly as possible, but as safest as possible. That's a main point. All funds are safe and stored on Fireblocks infrastructure. Stobox Exchange development will be continued with a new development team outside Ukraine. And it's not mentioned here, but I'm mentioning that if you would like to withdraw any of your funds that are there, you'll have a form. You just write your email, a couple of questions, and you'll be withdrawing funds directly from the Fireblocks without the interface of the Stobox Exchange. So that's an unfortunate update in in respect to our product. But again, we must do this. Otherwise, otherwise it's impossible to support. And unfortunately, that thing happens. Guys, if you want to add anything or if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer. It's not an easy.
Yeah, thank you, Jin. I want to add that we currently postpone the development of the exchange. We for sure will release it soon and relaunch our exchange. So you will have the possibility to withdraw funds, but it is only a matter of time when, but we cannot say exactly the date due to the situation with war, because currently we need to make some improvements and to change and to relocate development team. But for sure, we will release it and update it in upcoming future. So as Jin mentioned, if you need your funds, you can, we will do the mailing campaign and you can request on it. If not, you can wait once we'll restore and relaunch their exchange with a new development team and do whatever you want. I mean, buy, sell any coins that we will have on our exchange. And yep, and Jin mentioned it is it is not so easy to say it, but for the first we keeping and we caring about your funds, and we see all the potential risks that can come due to the war and due to the full situation in Ukraine. That's why we think it is the best decision that we can make to save your funds.
It's not only your funds, guys, it's our funds as well. First of all, we're responsible for everything that we store. And secondly, my funds are there as well, and Ross funds are there as well. And
the funds of my family as well.
So we act as a big family. We protect ourselves from the same risks, and we protect any of our community or our clients the same way. Okay, let's move to a better and brighter picture. Again, we come back to this exchange and token lately. Igor, if you have any questions, if community has any questions, I will be happy to answer.
I have nothing to add. I will try to tell like our Aristovich. Everything is okay. Just a little pause. We will relaunch our exchange in some time.
Yes, that's for sure.
About questions from community. The last one is: do you have plan to list on some other exchange in short span of time to attract more traders? As I understand correctly, if we are planning to list our token on other exchange.
guys, yes and no. First of all, we need the best momentum. And you as traders, you as community that involved in crypto, you perfectly understand that the analysis and the past, the graph of STO as of today doesn't look really bullish. I mean, we have to accept that. It's kind of difficult to try to create a speculative demand without the native demand. There were a lot of speculations, and the different people, different teams look at the nature of their tokens only through the speculative side. I know that's something that investors may want or may like, and this is how all the marketing, influencing marketing works, and we know that. But behind that, there should be a solid organic demand. And if we just create a speculative demand by listing, and we say listing, to list on the exchanges that are below 50 on CoinMarketCap is pointless. You have to list on a proper exchange. So to be listed on a proper exchange, we're talking about at least $50,000 up, and the marketing fees. So we're talking about $70,000 to $80,000 just to be listed. And I suggest that funds can be allocated to create a utility, a proper utility. For that funds, we can do much better. And once the utility is created, once we understand that this token being used for the operations with a swap, with a dashboard, again, unfortunately, our exchange has been postponed, but this is why we rush with the implementation of STBU onto the tokenization products. Once we create a native demand, and we will see that immediately through, on the chart, because how is going to happen? Like, look, imagine the company Mariana Mining would now has to have 100,000 Stobox tokens on their dashboard to perform certain operations. Okay, so they're gonna go on the market now on the gate and buy them out. When we talk about 4, 5, 10 clients, that creates a native demand. Once we implement the swap, you will have to have Stobox tokens to create the swap itself, to create the pair. And that's something that would bring value. And once the value is brought, then it's much easier for us to, to push the price. This is the first thing. Second thing, I told you before, regardless of the price, we as Stobox, we would buy out certain amounts of our tokens from the market. Again, the price is ridiculously low. I'm an investor myself, and I think, truly speaking, I think it's just you have to buy them out, and I will buy them out. it's a joke, because I perfectly understand the potential behind whatever we do, and I'm absolutely bullish in the long run. I'm absolutely frank with you guys. Everything is kind of transparent. We don't hide anything. We don't, hide any information. And I'm telling you, that's I would be a support. I am the supporter, and as a company, we would be supporting our own token. So after that, we will definitely be on other exchanges, and we have already, we have few in the roadmap. I don't think it's the best momentum at the moment. We save funds for the, for organic moves, organic development. Thank you for the question.
Thank you, Jin. And one more question about token, but not only STBU, but about progress. Is there a demand for progress? Are there deals for seed and special sales?
There is a demand. There is a demand, but look, there are two distinct communities. One community is a crypto community, and usually crypto community, and I mean, you guys already kind of sophisticated because you're with Stobox and you know the difference between utility, securities, regulations. If you follow us for some time, you are in the landscape. But when we talk about regulations with the crypto guys, and you know what's going on, look, people are talking NFTs, they're talking metaverse, they're living already a different reality. And for me, it's another spin-off. I doubt that we all suddenly will wear the metaverse glasses and somehow interfere in the metaverse. I seriously doubt so. It will take ages to come. But what I have no doubts about is the regulation of securities. And the chain that we are building is the chain mostly for regulated finance, is the chain for companies like our clients to tokenize and their investors who invest into security tokens. So this chain is more to be supported by institutionals, and it's more to be supported by professional players, not by the community. Sometimes community, it's not a game fight. It's a difficult thing, and we that's why we're building that. I don't know, we just kind of like difficult stuff. And this support should not come from the community. This support should come from the regulated players, from the funds, from the auditors, from the KYC providers, from the legal providers. And our white paper and the roadmap has been shared with the tens, I can't say hundreds, but with tens of professional players, including people from NASDAQ, including people from London Stock Exchange, from regulated finance. We're collecting feedbacks, excuse me. And as I told you, as I mentioned before, the meetups in Dubai are not to say how cool we are, but to find out the best fit of progress chain into the existing problem-solution framework for securities. Because with the adoption of blockchain, we need something like this, and we're very specific in this. So we don't want to make a quick moves. We don't want to kind of release and then wait what to do. That's definitely not the case. So the airdrop is valid. It will be an airdrop. The airdrop will be one-to-one, as mentioned. The 2-cent private sale price is confirmed. The tokenomics of the progress chain is confirmed. So just think about, on every Stobox token, regardless of its price, you will receive a progress coin or progress token one-to-one once it will be live. Again, it may take some time, but there's no rush, because everything that we do just adds value to the product, to the project. And if we release by ourselves, we don't think that it will be, it would be difficult to market this. But we're now working again with professional providers, and once the DAO of Progress Chain will include big names, and it will include big names, I want to assure you, the value of the coin will automatically be different. And as we say in the beginning, whoever has Stobox token will be live, will have one-to-one airdrop regardless. If that answers your question.
Thank you, Gene. I guess we could move forward and leave the rest of questions for the end of our stream.
Sure, guys, sure. Thank you, Igor. Okay, let's move to a bit brighter picture. And I will speak about our marketing and the business activities. Again, I will follow the report that we have recently issued. You can have access to it by just simply following the link on any of our social media. It has been recently published. The key points of the marketing and the business activities are the following. The next week, where we are participating in the biggest event in the industry, it's a non-US event. I think the biggest one are in Miami, but anyway, that's Sigma AIBC Summit, AIBS, I wrote, this AIBC Summit. You can check it out on the link. We have a big booth there, 15 square meters. We're presenting all of our products there. Unfortunately, our team cannot come as to support us, to be with us on the booth, due to the reasons as we already mentioned. But we will be here. Ida, our manager for the public relations, Ross, and myself will be on the summit, on the event, and we'll be not only presenting our products, but we are participating in the pitching and panel sessions, so more people will know about our activities. So that is planned for the next week, 3 working days. The second point is, we've also mentioned previously, is we'll be hosting a dedicated meetup that would cover our activities in tokenization and the progress chain. We have, you will see the report from there. You'll have, we'll have some of the rock stars there. The third point is we have finalized the report for 2021. It's not mentioned here, but actually that's the performance of our Stobox Technologies Inc. Company. And as you may know, some of you may know that we have a tokenized share. It's a security token called STBX, which is accessible through the dashboard.stobox.io. And whoever is our investors and into the company itself, not in the token, have access to that. It's a security, it's a KYC proof environment. And we report to our shareholders, and I'm a shareholder, most of our team are shareholders. Some members of our community are shareholders. And for those, please, you have access to our internal funds, our internal reports, which is a profit and loss statement, which is a balance sheet, in accordance to all the financial reporting practices. That's how we report. It's published and it's available. You can have a look on the dashboard. The fourth point that I would like to mention is something that I've already told you, is that we are planning to invest no more than 10% in the purchase of STBU from the market. So we're closing the rounds. Once the round is being set up, this is one of our money allocations. So some funds that we fundraise, we allocate to buy back STBU, because I say that's a ridiculous low price for that, and we can't stand it. It will be changed. And the last but not the least, we got the best startup in Los Altos, USA. Los Altos, actually, that's the registration, one of our registration addresses, and they somehow understood that Stobox is there, and the Hackathon decided to give us an award, for which we're very happy to the team of Hackathon, to the community who supported that. I see Ross would like to add something. Ross, please.
It is correspondential address of the Stobox. That's why we were nominated in the city. And as you know, guys, Hackathon, it is well recognized tech media, and it is really pleasure for Stobox to receive the award like a best tokenization, like a best startup of the year from the city, from Silicon Valley especially. So it is great to receive it, and looking to a new awards this year in Sigma and in other conferences where Stobox will participate.
The biggest award is the end of war. That would be the
That's
biggest
Definitely.
award. Not the end of the war, but the victory. The last thing I would like to mention and would like to cover is the progress chain. Again, Igor has asked me some of the questions from the community, and therefore, to some points I have already explained, but main thing to focus, guys, if you want to learn and to know more, please go to the white paper. It's a very sophisticated document. It will give you a full, complete picture of what we're up to. If you're not that desperate in the new knowledge of regulated finance, you feel free to ask any questions. Again, just to make sure we're on the same page. The team which was working on the technical side of the development is no longer with us. We just can no longer cooperate with them. They're stuck. They are doing their job, and we've made the decision just to pause our activities, together activities. It's not our internal team. It's an external team, but that's okay. That's okay, because I don't see any risks. Moreover, I feel that we have to engage a professional team, including our own engineers, and not only ours, but the team of the DAO members that are enrolling and that are applying to the project itself. I just want to mention that we're very good with Metis DAO, and they have recently launched a blockchain, and this is Metis. They somehow connected to the Vitalik Buterin and the Ethereum Foundation. So we deliberately be looking at the rock stars in the development side. It's a very important product. It's a very important project, and we don't want to rush from the technical perspective, but we'd rather rush from the business aspects, because again, as I just don't want to repeat myself, but please keep in mind that before we launch a technical part, we have to have a first DAO members on board. And we're talking about tokenization providers, lawyers. It's not CRP, it's KYC, AMLs, financial auditors, and whoever knows the industry. So those be first part of DAOs. And how it works is that we kind of take all the regulations, which are a paper-based legal frameworks. So if you want to know how regulation works, you just basically go and take the MiFID II 125 pages report, and you start looking at this. And usually lawyers would cost you something like from $300 per hour to $2,000 per hour, depending on how fast they can speak or how fast they can deliver. So you will start by looking at the paperwork and diving into that paperwork. What we do is that we analyzed everything like this. We have more than 50,000 now cumulative hours of expertise, and we put this paper on chain. and we make sure that the DAO, which consists of professional members, can not only control that rules, which we call international regulations, but also to change them or to have certain roles and permissions to validate them. In this way, and by doing so, the tokenization is not limited to Stobox, because Stobox as the provider, we have a limit to scale. We cannot scale our consultancy. Otherwise, we have to employ hundreds and thousands, maybe at some point, of professional employees and professional guys who do audits, do legal preparation, and so on. And this is not scalable. So this is the reason for the Progress DAO. Once we take all this, everything that we've studied so far, invite on the board people who've been working with this for the past 20 plus years, and we create a set of rules and implement those rules, it means that any company would be able to tokenize on the chain, and whatever they do will be supported by or validated by DAO. I will give an example. You can't mint a token unless it's authorized by 3 providers: a KYC provider, a legal provider, and tokenization provider. And once you've introduced your own security token, which is authorized by 3 of those members, which are the member of DAO, it means that whatever you do with the token is compliant, compliant by nature, which dramatically reduces the scam rate on the network itself. And I know most of you are working from the crypto side and doing your own due diligence, but most of the investors are not sophisticated. They're not known. They're not, they don't know how to analyze the project. When we're talking about securities, it's even more difficult because it's different laws, different regulations, and we don't know if that specific project is valuable or it's a scam. So by implementing such DAO Progress vision, we basically put the risk to its minimum and make sure the investors who buy those assets are on the safe side. And this is exactly what all regulators want in the world. This is exactly what everybody wants, is not to be scammed and not, to avoid misleading operations and to avoid frauds. And again, this is why our chain is being, it's being expected by professional players in the regulated financial markets. And again, it may take a bit longer, but we are. And I just want to add that there's something called permission DeFi. This is a very new concept. You can Google it, and we're evangelists of that concept. So it's basically decentralized finance, but it's a permission decentralized finance, depending on the compliance on air, which is going. So that's concept of being introduced by us based on the knowledge and experience, and regardless of the temporary challenges, we see the future in definitely bright colors. Guys, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, please do. Otherwise, I would not go to the conclusion. You will read it yourself. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer.
To be honest, we have a lot of questions from community, but I think we could prepare another stream directly for questions.
No, please give me those. Give me just choose 3 of them.
Choose 3 of them. Okay.
Please.
So
I will try to be as fast as possible.
The first one, let's go. Could you please give the exact date for the single stake?
For the single stake?
Yeah. To be honest,
I don't understand the question.
Me too. If someone
that was the wrong question.
Okay. Next one. What do you think about both STO and progress prices? Is there a market cap target?
We can't say about the market target. We can say about the demand. Again, we're extremely depressed by the depressed price of STO. Again, we know the causes and we know that it happened. We accept that and we provide the solutions to that. I would be wrong if I say that tomorrow we will change it dramatically. No, but I want to assure you in the Q2 we'll do our best and we will do to make sure that the token price elevates. And again, as I say, we will devote and we will allocate our own funds to buy back the token to increase the price. Just for you to be on the smart side, just think that regardless of the token, the price of STO, it will be 1-to-1 to the progress airdrop. And again, everyone is entitled to this, whoever has Stobox tokens. So at least the price should be 2 cents. But again, I'm not happy with the 2 cents. We've been traded for a long time. We've been traded on in the range of 10 to 20 cents. And I guess this is our first midterm aim is to recover to the 10 cents and above. And again, if you look at the market cap of Stobox, that's ridiculous. That's pennies. That's pennies comparing to where we were and where we're supposed to be. So take advantage of that.
Thank you. Next one. If the mainnet is delayed, will the airdrop be delayed too?
That's a good question. I can't answer it at the moment. I have not enough data to do so. But look, don't think of an airdrop as a miracle. Don't look at the airdrop from the regular kind of crypto perspective. It's not just delayed. Everything that is being done, and we're doing it every day from the Progress DAO perspective, is that we create the project stronger, regardless if it's in a technical terms or it's a business-wise, because it doesn't matter what's the technical side. It's the matter who you're supported by. And this is exactly what we're working on, because you can have 100% of a known company and it brings you nothing. You have 1% of Coca-Cola and it's a fortune. So we make sure that chain is being supported by heavyweight guys. In this case, your airdrop would be much better in all the aspects.
Thank you. Thank you. Do you want to listen to the next one?
Yes, please.
The last one.
The last one.
The last one. Okay. Hello. I wish everyone a healthy day. Thank you, Mohammed. I have read the progress white paper. In the sales section, I saw that the ideal price was 60 cents. Considering that there will be 1-to-1 progress distribution to each STO owner, the progress price is 0.0097, which is the STO price. Doesn't this affect progress sales, or are you waiting for the STO price to stabilize until the sales date? Mohammed Al Suyuti.
It's a very good question, Mohammed. Thank you. I don't think that the demand, when we go for the public sale of progress, we will be already backed by certain amount of backers and of names. So I believe it's not the progress chain that will drop the price, but the STO will go up. And again, we perfectly understand what is the market cap for Stobox. We exactly know the amount of token holders. We exactly know what we're doing, and the impact. And this is what I believe, and this is what we do. The impact of the progress chain, which I assume it will definitely overcome the impact of the Stobox itself, because Stobox is one provider, And now we see, we have got the traction. We worked with the companies. We understand that we can't scale. Without scaling people, we can't scale the technology. And the only reason to scale the technology is to build their own chain. So again, I just want to add that we are inviting not only Stobox, but other providers. And we have, with the industry for 3 years, we know what providers will be providing on the progress chain. Of course, they will be part of DAOs, but the impact of that chain is much stronger than the impact of the Stobox itself.
Thank you, Gene. And the last one question, very, very, very interesting. Can I join to private sale and to IDO sales? Yes.
You can join the IDO sale, you can join the private sale. There's a form. We're whitelisting now. We don't accept any funds at the moment. I will tell you why. Because sometimes there are clashes with investments, and if there would be a kind of a certain commitments from regulated guys not to have public on the private sale, we would go for that. So the IDO is more for the public sale, and the pre-sale is more for the institutional backers. Again, you may fill in the form. We'll be very happy for that. We will come back to you. And once the allocation is being kind of arranged, we will come back with the feedback. We're not taking any funds as of now. Again, this is a very important thing. So we definitely, we play on the bold and on the white side. So that's it.
Thank you, Jim. And I guess that's all. Enough.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Support Stobox and support Ukraine. All the best to you and your family, gents.
Слава Україні.
Героям слава.
Я завершил.
Хорошо.